Hi hearts! I know in some of my videos I've talked about my tattoos. In this one here, I'm going to talk about most of them. Do a Tasseography, tea leaf reading, and reveal my 3 favorite tattoos and my 3 least favorite tattoos. I'm gonna start talking about tattoos on my feet, then work my way up to my face. I do have an Aleister Crowley tattoo on my foot with a black snake around him. I no longer read his books, but I will admit one of his books in particular unlocked something for me. On my other foot, I have daisies. On my left calf, I have a dream catcher with a cow skull, various symbols on it in red and green. Dream catchers are portals in my opinion. I once had this Krampus daemon travel through a dream catcher and followed me for a while. So I definitely have a different outlook than most do on dream catchers. I know some people think they're portals though, or understand that. I mean, you could use a lot of objects as portals. I also have a Russian doll, which can be seen as a doll within a doll within a doll. Those nesting dolls. A Russian prison tattoo inspired cat with a top hat and bow. On my thighs, I have a witch on each thigh, both of them expressing their divine dark goddess nature. One has a red skirt on a broom with a pentagram over the third eye and horns. The other witch is shape-shifting using an animal skull. There have been ducks. I don't know if you can hear that. It's really cool in my area. A lot of ducks fly around here, sometimes multiple times in the day, and I'm thinking they're just a bunch of different ducks. I don't think they're the same ones. And I have some tattoos on my side. What's interesting about the tattoo I have on my right side, I have a skull with roses. That story was funny because I love the tattoo and the tattoo artist was amazing. I didn't even want to get that. Initially I had a completely different idea. I didn't understand that some tattoos had various meanings, and honestly I just wanted this certain symbol. And he said, okay, do you know what this means? And then he convinced me to get something else. So that was the only time I had a tattoo artist actually convince me of getting a different design I originally sought out to get. So many times though, I had it to where it was some tattoos were originally their idea because they were my friend and they wanted to tattoo something in particular and experiment on me or even experiment with a certain style. I would say good of my tattoos were from tattoo artists that were friends. And then on my other side, I have a watercolor owl, and to me the eyes look like alien eyes. I have hardcore across my stomach. I got that growing up as a hardcore teen and being into the scene. I also have a Charles Manson head with a 13 on it. I got on Friday the 13th. A heart that's crying and is red and very angry. Some of my tattoos are really just that simple. So sometimes it's funny when someone asks for the meaning and they expect some profound, it's just a symbol or, sometimes spontaneous. Maybe there's a deeper meaning than someone even wants to reveal. I have a tombstone that says RIP, a church that has some interesting elements to it, a pinup Batgirl. I love that one. One of my aspects of myself has bat wings. And my piece that you could see right now with the heart and wings. To me, the heart is a ruby and the wings are eagle feathers. I don't really know if that was the whole intention of the design. What was interesting was at the time I wanted a design just like that. I wanted a red ruby with wings, and one of my friends who is a tattoo artist said, "Hey, Nikki, I really want to do this tattoo. Are you down?" And I said, "Yeah, that's actually exactly what I wanted for my next tattoo." That's happened to me a few times, which is interesting. I also have a bunch of snakes on my arm, all wrapped up. An eye I see the eye as a psychic eye. When I first started visually really seeing with my mind's eyes, because I don't just see the mind's eye as one eye, because I can see with my eyes when my eyes are closed, spiritual beings or visuals, and then I can also see with them open. So I use both eyes, but I understand the concept. But when I first saw an eye in a triangle, there was one eye that looked more light side and was more open, and then there was a darker eye I saw in a triangle after that appeared, which is similar to the one that I got tattooed on my arm. When I first was getting my sleeves done, I was planning on doing a light side on one arm and then a more dark side on the other arm. But a lot of my tattoos are actually both most of them are influenced by more of the darker aspects. I have a spider, and spiders are my number one spirit animal. A great white shark on my arm. It's pretty small though. There's a 13 ruby for one of my birthstones. Some lyrics that say, "Make every second divine." An inverted pentacle. A pentacle is a star with a circle around it. I've actually never heard anyone say inverted pentacle. A reaper. It wasn't intended to be Santa Muerte, but I do vibe with her energy in the reaper tattoo. Jesus is somewhere, or part. I have a lot of death energy style tattoos, traditional. My left arm is more of a evil Alice sleeve. Her hair used to be blonde and then I darkened it, and what's funny is I'm in the transition of going blonde. There is still some blonde to it. I'm just gonna leave her hair like that. There's Absalom, the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland, the rabbit, the crocodile in the smoke, some of the roses. My bracelet's covering some of these. There's some mushrooms. The 3 hearts right here was actually my first tattoo. And what's funny, and there's a bottle that says don't drink. Some of my tattoos have really changed meanings over the years. So for my job I currently have, one option someone can get is to tip me to get a tattoo tour where I talk about my tattoos. And a lot of the times the tour will be completely different. Some similarities. There's just so much to talk about. Each tattoo has its own even experience and ritual as it's being done. And then with meanings changing over time, things not looking the way that you exactly expected. Sometimes a tattoo will look exactly as you expected if it's something simple. Then other times I enjoy giving the artist freedom. So I'll say, this is kind of the vibe I want. Go for it with the colors. I just feel as though if the artist has some freedom and I already know that I like their style, they'll be able to pick something out that's good for me. I have some finger tattoos, some of the elements. So earth, fire, I thought that was funny on the middle finger. Air, which I like because if you try and stick this finger up, it's kind of awkward up in the air. Water, so when I'm drinking, pinky up. On this hand, we have the crescent moon, which is great for new intentions, setting them out. The star I got at a very rebellious time in my life where I just didn't want to be told what to do. Broken heart, I thought that would be perfect on the left ring finger. And then the cross, so when I'm drinking something and I'm drinking something fancy, I decide to do pinky up, it's inverted. Oh, I know I'd forget some tattoos. I have a Raiders tattoo where it just says Raiders. I almost already forgot the tattoo on my neck and my face, as funny as that sounds. A few times I was thinking, not planning exactly what I was going to say, but I was just thinking about each tattoo, and it's funny how sometimes I really do forget after having them for so long. And it's been about over 1.5 years since I've gotten a new tattoo. I have the X tattoo on my face, which I've done a video about in the past, and you should check it out. That video has the most views at this moment out of all the videos on my channel, in memory of Charles Manson. The snake on my neck, it's a rattlesnake. This story was awesome because I just wanted something shocking. The snake was my last tattoo. And so I told the artist that, and I just said, okay, I want a rattlesnake. And then he designed it that way. And then after the fact I got the tattoo, I realized, wow, it looks like the Ouroboros. Okay, I'm trying to think now if I forgot about any tattoos. I don't think I have. My back is pretty bare. At one point in my life, I was thinking, oh, well, I want to get a bunch of tattoos. And now I have a bunch of tattoos. So there are quite a few that I want to fix, get blackened, put a different twist to them. There's a ton of new ones I want to get. It's just not my priority at the moment, and I just feel as though I have a bunch. So maybe one day, or I know one day I'll get another tattoo. Okay, so I want to do this Tasseography reading. And then after the reading, I'll tell you my 3 favorite tattoos and my 3 least favorite. Before I grab that, this is the black loose leaf tea. I like my magic, like I like my tea. Very black. This is my second Tasseography reading I've ever done. I'm doing it a little different way this time than I did in the past. And I'm gonna think about the intention. This reading's for my subscribers. Let that intention sit. Swirl it around. Swirl it around over here. Let's do this for the upcoming month. And I'm going to flip it over. I'm just spinning it until I feel is necessary. Not a certain amount of times or anything. And I'm gonna look at what is shown on the plate. Okay, not so much. I'm not gonna focus on the star so much. I'm gonna see. Okay, so prominent tea leaf as far as on the zodiac signs is on Sagittarius, so with that there's gonna be a great eagerness for wisdom and also freedom, staying busy, multiple projects, and having great time management. I notice that a lot with Sagittarius vibes. Sometimes I'm thinking, wow, they're so knowledgeable, they know about so much and they're doing so much, and they have, you know, not that one person is just one sign, but just that type of vibe. Just so busy and getting so much done. With the shadow side of that, I would say get in touch with your true emotions and open up your heart more. Okay. Now, interesting. So there's the horseshoe, which is attracting things you desire towards you. It could be love, you know, anything you're just having the need for and wanting. Now the snake next to it, I don't see snakes as being snaky I see snakes as a positive symbol. This one in particular apparently means more on the snaky side because a snake can go either way. I've had people say that I'm snaky just because I can be sneaky about things and slither about. And there's a lot of aspects about me, but this isn't just about me. But I would say with what you're trying to draw towards you, I would say love, and that's what I'm channeling. We're going to say love, and it can be any kind of love. For you in particular, it could be self-love, more love from those you're often surrounded with, romantic, more love from your friends or creative projects, whatever you're channeling as well. I would just be cautious about that. Cautious about the information you disclose to others. So that's definitely okay. And then deeper into it, there's a lot of there's various ways you can do the tea leaf reading. So you can go by the symbols on the cup. What's interesting is I'm talking about a lot of symbols today. The symbols on my body and on the cup. And you could also do a reading of the symbols of the tea leaves, what they make. And obviously, I'm trying to even see. Now, this symbol is the most covered. I'm trying to see if I can. Oh. Okay. That's Mars. Very nice. I've been working with a lot of Mars energy. It's funny sometimes when I do readings for a specific person, I can relate to them. Not always. It's usually when I keep an open mind too. This is for my subscribers. ASMR voice. This is for my subscribers and also for myself too. Yeah, so the Mars energy, I've been really working on balancing myself with Mars and Venus energy. Honestly, I tend to be more on the masculine side as far as my personality. I'm pretty balanced. The thing is, my guides tell me the opposite. I think, okay, maybe I need to tone that down more. No, and then, especially in Malik House, no, you need to get more in your warrior mode. So, it's always good to get an outside perspective with your guides. But I'd say there's just that Mars, quick, passionate, lustful warrior vibe. And that's going to be coming and that you need to utilize within the next few days. But like I said, there's going to be a lot of that, but balance that out with vibing with the Venus. And the sun also has quite a few tea leaves in here. Sun has a lot to do with energy, even without being in the sun, just thinking about the sun, how things revolve around the sun. It does have a lot of energy, and it's responsible for a lot of organisms having energy. So, trying to see what. Okay. I don't know if you could see this, but I'm seeing a goat. There's the horn right there in the face. And then the goat. Oh, very cool. And it's the goat fish. It looks as though it has a fin at the end. I like that. There's a book I'm going to be reading soon. And when I was skimming through it, I saw that picture. I know that's a known symbol for certain deities and also I know there's Capricorn. Azazel to me appeared as a goat who looked very similar to Baphomet. Some say he is Baphomet, others may have a different opinion. Oh yeah, so I would say, oh wow, okay. So it's predominantly, I see the goat, fish, and then Mars. So I'm combining it all together, which is interesting because if I even take away everything I said, well, with the energy of the sun mixed with Mars, and what's very interesting is how I was saying that, you know, Azazel to me represents a very strong aspect of him, represents the goat. I've seen him in other aspects, and Mars energy. So, wow, okay. I think that vibe is going to be for a lot of us. And then that mixed with what I was saying earlier, bringing your desires to you and just being aware of others, which is what you have to do when you're in warrior mode, right? You got to have your protection, be constantly aware of your surroundings. Oh, wow. Next month, I'm going to do another tea reading. I forgot to add in a little rose. Maybe it's just meant to be that I do another tea party. Well, if you consider this a tea party. I'll have some guests for my tea party. Tea party for one, please. You all are my guests for this particular one. I got a bowl full of heart rose quartz. So when I do love workings for others, may your days be filled with love. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn the notification bell on. Check out my playlist on my channel. I'm trying to reach a certain goal for watch time, and once I get that personal goal, I'm gonna do a live stream. So you can even just have the playlist playing on in the background. Later, darlings. I love you. Oh, and for my 3 favorite tattoos, those would be the X on my face, the snake on my neck, and my Charles Manson head. For least favorite, that would be the word Raiders, my Aleister Crowley tattoo, and my watercolor owl.